Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a rainbow headband kind of guy now because my hair is long and it gets in my face and I hate it. I hate it so much. But desperate measures caused by desperate times. So recently I've been trying to drink less coffee because when I was a student it seemed like a quirky personality trait that I drink a lot of coffee, and now that I'm an adult, whatever that is, it feels more like an actual physical addiction and I'm trying to cure it. So instead of having maybe 1 or 2 cups of coffee over the course of a day, I have switched to tea, which has about 1/10 the caffeine, which means I can have 10 to 20 cups and it all evens out. And by that I mean I actually do make like 10 cups of tea every single day, which is a problem because I can't get any work done because I'm constantly just going up and down the stairs to make tea, waiting for the kettle to boil. So as much as possible today, I'm going to automate the process of making tea. So the idea is to have some sort of tea chute and then a gate mechanism that will open and close and let one bag of tea out at a time. The hard part is that I want to do it all wirelessly. It doesn't make sense if it's close enough to have wires, so I need to connect it to my computer or phone or something and have that activate upstairs in my kitchen. Alright, we're in the garage. Do you like the natural light? Cause you better. It's 100 degrees and I am soon going to be dying. It worked so well last time that I hot glued another pencil to a motor. That's gonna be the gate that opens and closes that lets the tea bag go through. I'm gonna hot glue that to my tea slide thing. What makes this possible is this thing here, which is a Wi-Fi enabled chip, so I can hook it up to the Wi-Fi, then I can connect to it from any Wi-Fi enabled device in the house. I've only turned on and off a light so far, but hopefully messing with the motors won't be any harder. It was at this moment I started to feel really confident in my electrician skills. How do I tell a positive wire from a ground wire? For about 5 seconds. Small hiccup, I cannot find my solder anywhere, so I'm going to do something bad and just twist the wires together and then hot glue them so they stay. It will probably work. Okay, so this plugs into the wall. This will plug into the Wi-Fi module, which will then plug into the motors, which will then move stuff and make tea. To turn the kettle on and off, I think I'm going to rob the graduation cap of its motor, and then I just have to write some code. Eye level monitor, elbow height keyboard, elbow height mouse, state-of-the-art cooling system, 2 water bottles, hydrate or dihydrate, magical black box that moves electricity so I can go on Reddit. And yeah, it has RGB. Now that you've seen my god tier setup, we can go and do some coding. That was surprisingly easy. I just took an online example of turning on and off an LED light and just changed it a little bit to work with motors, but it has these motor libraries, so I just tell it what angle to go at and when to go at that angle, and it just does it. This is the only time I think that a project has been easier than I thought it was going to be. Maybe I'm getting smarter. I do have a college degree now. Is that how it works? Like you get the degree and then you're just like, huh. So the motor that controls the tea bags looks pretty good. All I have to do is just have this one flick the switch on the electric kettle, which should be really easy. And then I think I'm done. Alright, we're about to try it for real. A little bit worried about the power source. This is a 4-volt adapter. The chip wants 3.3 volts, but I'm kind of saying that 4 and 3.3 are close enough together. But it might not be, and I might just fry the chip. Also, my hot glue job maybe isn't good enough, and that might fry the chip, or it might just not supply enough power and nothing may happen. So let's see what happens when I plug this in.
Okay, no smoke. Please no smoke. Please no smoke. Oh. So when I have it on my phone and I press the button, nothing actually happens, which makes me think that it's not pulling enough voltage from the wall.
Alright, I've fiddled with it for a while. I think that it's over volted but under amperaged, which if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I don't know what that means. But basically I think that it can't give enough power at once, so I've increased the waiting time between the motor movements, and I hope it will work now. The motor is not strong enough to press the button. I was wrong about things being easy. Nothing is ever easy. I'm frustrated. I would love a cup of tea to calm down, but I can't have one. So I'm determined for this to be a simple and easy build. So I'm doing something bad, you'll see. I just put a big heavy screwdriver onto the button so that there's already a bunch of weight on it, and then the motor doesn't need to be nearly as powerful to just tab it on. Yes! Tea. Not as good as coffee. Alright, that was relatively painless. The web server running on the chip that I can access from my phone or any computer in the house, I do think is really cool. Yeah, we'll call it a success.